guys, welcome to another episode of Tea from the Galaxy, a thirst-quenching podcast for the girls, gays, baes, and astrology baes, where we talk about anything and everything through an astrological lens. So today, I have the beautiful Allegra, a.k.a. Allie Lynn, on Instagram and TikTok, from Jersey to Florida. I've known you for like
a long time.
Yeah, middle school. Still am best friends with your sister, your older sister, but you guys are a year apart.
We're literally Irish twins.
Yes. I remember when I went to your house for the first time, it was middle school. So I met you in middle school. And that was Jersey. And now we're both South Florida.
We're both down here. I'm so happy to have my girl here, Italian Baddies.
Yeah, Italian Baddie.
But thanks for having me on your little podcast.
I'm bringing people on who inspire me. So you're one of the people I was like,
God.
Because
That's
I
so
definitely
nice.
view you as a very hard worker. You're dedicated, you're passionate, you're successful as fuck. She just bought a house on her own.
I just bought a house, guys.
Period.
Life is Roblox. I think down here, it's home base for sure.
Yeah, I think you needed to go to Orlando and kind of live on your own for a little bit.
Yeah.
You lived there for like, what, a year?
I lived there for not even a year. Like, I moved there October of last year, so almost a year. But the culture there, it's so... First of all, Disney, like, I don't care if you judge me. I like Disney. I was a Disney adult for, like, a while. I still am. My inner child is happy there, for sure. The queer community there, like, I remember moving in and, like, the floor mats, like, outside people's doors, literally rainbow. I was like, oh, I feel safe here. I feel really safe.
I love that.
Yeah. So it was... I needed to experience that, but I do love my family and I have like a foundation here and this is realistic for me long term, but
it is good to have that. And even if you want to not even live there anymore and just rent it out, like,
that's another thing we could talk about. Yeah. It's investment, honey.
Yeah.
Like, that's the beauty of it. So obviously everyone do your research like before you get anything. It's definitely a big commitment, but I really do think it's smart long term. Yeah. For me at least, but yeah.
For sure. And then so you work from home.
Yes.
Do you want to tell them what you do? How you make all this cha-ching to be able to invest and buy property?
Okay, so I always get anxious when I meet new people as like an adult being like, what do you do for work? And I'm like, I'll get to the point right now and tell you guys because I know you've been waiting so long, but I do OnlyFans. That's my career. But I do OnlyFans. Somebody asked me what I do. I'm like, shit. Like, what do I say? So for a long time, I was like, I make content. I saw a guy on TikTok. Do you know the guy that's like, just shut up and fuck me? The one that's like,
I don't know.
He'll be in New York. I don't know if you guys know, but he'll be like, just shut the fuck up and fuck me. Like, that's his whole TikTok. Like, literally, that's his entire TikTok. And he's like, I'm not a content creator or an influencer. I hate that. I'm an entertainer.
Okay, yes.
Not my lips touching the mic. I'm sorry. But, like, literally, like, we're entertainers. Like, at the end of the day, like, y'all are scrolling on your little phones. Like, I pop up. I'm entertaining you in some type of way.
I had a girl pop up on my TikTok before, too, and she described herself as that, too. Like, she did content creation. And I'm an entertainer. Like, people watch me for their entertainment. Watch my YouTube videos. They sit down. They watch my YouTube videos. They scroll throughout my TikTok. They enjoy what I do, and they enjoy what I put out there. I'm an entertainer.
I love that. That's, like, such a great, like, way of putting it. So I was going to say a big word, but I feel performative now. It's going to be, that's a euphemism for influencer.
Smart. She's smart and sexy.
Yeah, I have a brain.
Just to get to know you a little bit better. And you can answer all of them. You can answer none of them, whatever you want. But the questions are your age, your sexual identity, your pronouns, and your astrological big three.
I'm 26. I just turned 26 September 1st.
Virgo.
What else?
Your pronouns.
Tell me forgetting. She, her.
That bitch.
Yeah. Her. I'm straight. Virgo sun, Taurus moon, and Sag rising.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
I do know my shit.
Actually, I have your chart in front of me, but that was for you guys to share because this is an astrology podcast. So I know, like, as a listener, sometimes when I hear people talk, I'm dying to know what their big three is. I'm like, what does the chart look like? So that's why I ask people. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, That makes sense. Like why you like this and that, you're a Taurus, or why you're like this and that, you're a Sagittarius rising, like this is how you view the world, you know? So I like
Yeah.
asking people those questions.
Love that.
Well, we can definitely break down your chart, but basically, like a big reason that I wanted to have you on this podcast was there's a lot of misconceptions in what you do. Doing OnlyFans, I hear it, I see it, I feel you. I've like been, you know, almost like a watcher of this journey that you've been on from not, you know, prior to OnlyFans to then you know, entering this space and doing what you do and also being successful at it as well. And we're here to kind of break the fourth wall and like break the misconceptions of what you do. Someone doesn't know you, and obviously all these people who follow you don't know you, and they look at your social media, you come off as such a different person than who you
I get
truly
told that
are.
all the time.
Like so different. Like to the core, you're so sweet, you're giving, you're goofy, you're funny, you're like so. I mean, there is like points of your personality that does show on your social media.
Yeah.
Never changed either. Like
Really?
yeah, entering the space, like I mean, I've seen you go through your like mental health stuff.
Like growth in that way. I know what you mean. Like I haven't been like, guys, I have all these followers. Also, a lot of the shit I post is satire too. Like sometimes if I'm talking, like I love being satirical and like just fucking saying crazy shit. Not like rage bait in that way, but I do like saying crazy shit. But I do feel like a lot of people have told me like that was not what I was expecting.
There'll be certain trends that go on TikTok and Instagram. Does your management tell you to like follow certain trends, or is it you that you're like, oh, I see this is cute, I want to do this?
It's like mix of both. Like sometimes they'll help me out a little bit, send some references, which I think is really helpful. Because sometimes I don't want to be scrolling on my phone. I need space off of it. But then sometimes like there are very well-known creators that like slay at what they're doing that I'll go to their page and be like, oh, what's going on like today? Like what are the trends? So OnlyFans entertainers, I think a lot of them use their platform in a good way and speak up about like what's going on behind the scenes. So that's why I'm very thankful that you have me on here. I'm kind of scared right now. I'm kind of nervous. I'm like thinking of being perceived.
I do content creation not only because I enjoy it and I like talking about astrology and I like putting my content out there, but it's marketing. Like
at the end of the day, yeah.
I get all my clients, most of my clients, from when a video goes viral, like on TikTok or Instagram.
That's like the traffic coming in of like when your video is put out there, a lot of people come to your page. But I wonder because like I feel like social media, it's a lot about like niches. Yeah. And like, is your For You page like all like astrology stuff, or like what do you look for when you're looking for like the trends? Because there's niches.
So that's why I created another TikTok that's my personal page. If you want your videos to go viral and they're not going viral, especially on TikTok, you want to get in a niche. So by doing that, you have to create most of your videos on the same topic and put out multiple videos with the same hashtags. And then you also only want to follow and like videos that have to do with your niche. So then TikTok categorizes you under that niche because everything that you're associating with is only in that niche. So then you're automatically in that niche. I will say, since TikTok shut down like for that day earlier this year.
Yeah, not me remembering the date January 13th. Yeah. Like it's some traumatizing shit. Girl, I remember.
My TikTok changed after that. When it came back, I don't know what the fuck they did, but my TikTok changed after that because I was making a lot more money on Creators Marketplace.
Oh shit, she monetized.
Wait, do yours monetize?
Girl,
you should.
Girl, I've been in and out the creator market. I've gotten banned a couple times, but that's why I love having my management because I used to get really bad anxiety about getting banned, but they helped me recover the account very quickly. There's some people out there that are like,
Cal was getting banned like all the time. That was
girl,
point in time.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, shit, I got banned again. Like the Instagram algorithm, I know a little bit better. TikTok, I'll figure it out as I go. But
yeah, that's funny because I'm the opposite. I was also in the TikTok space since 2021 for my astrology page. My personal page, I started in 2023. That one is more so like my personal page. I post whatever I want. I post like more queer content on there. And I do fall under woman loving women, like queer women type.
The WLW. I always see thirst traps with that. I'm like, okay, period.
So that's where you'll probably see a lot of like lesbian thirst traps if you go on my For You page on that one. Because that's what I'm.
Sometimes they come up on my thing. I'm like, shit, okay. Okay. Who is this? You never know. You never know. We're always changing. I'm very open-minded, I feel like. I never like to label myself as one thing, even though in the beginning I was like, hi, I'm straight. Very energy too. Like I'm not very like, if I see a guy, like some of my friends will be like, he's so sexy. But for me, it's like, if I have a really good like conversation with someone and the energy is so good, I usually fall in love.
That's so. Conversation is everything. Energy is everything. I don't know why I just see dating a girl or being with a girl, or I feel like your Prince Charming is actually going to be like a big mask that comes sweeps you off your feet and is like, let me dominate, but also like take care of you.
Aww.
Like I don't know why I see that. Why I see it.
My stallion in shining armor.
It's a big bad mask woman.
Yeah,
I don't know why I just see that. To see you with like a partner who's dominant,
yes,
but also very soft at the same time.
That's such a good description because I've been with guys, personalities that are very like too much, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, like be yourself, but I can be very sensitive to certain energies in that way. I love a nice little soft personality, like sweet. I like sweet
and thoughtful, like so when I think of that, and maybe I'm biased because I'm gay as hell, but I think of just a woman like someone who's gonna truly understand you and like love you and not sexualize you. When I started dating women, you know how much was healed in me of loving my body as, I guess, sexual wounds that I had, because I felt like when I was with men, it was very performative, and I felt like my body always had to be a certain way on show. Titties looking a certain way, body looking a certain way, no hair anywhere, like stomach always sticked in even when I'm having sex, you know? Like, felt very performative, or else I felt like the guy that I was with wasn't gonna like me anymore.
Yeah.
And as soon as I started dating women, that was healed in me. Like every woman that I've been with loved my body for how it was, and it's because they're a woman, like, you know, they have the same body, you know?
I was just gonna say it's because they can easily empathize with you in that way because they've experienced that. And like society, we have so much pressure to be like these hairless, skinny, snatched, like big titties, big ass, like everything perfect. And society puts that pressure
at the same time.
Exactly. And that's not realistic. That's not realistic. And I feel like society puts so much pressure on that woman on women in that way. And also like consumerism, I feel like we're pressured to buy a lot of products that help us achieve this look.
Yesterday with a girl, we were talking about this topic. Like, we don't need this money.
I think it's all part of one big game of just how society is constructed in that way, and just how we're like kind of brainwashed from a young age to be. So I know there are men out there. There has to be men out there that are accepting of bodies that don't all look a certain way. I usually am not attracted to the conventionally attractive man.
Yeah.
Like whether you have abs.
What do you like? Like a little rough around the edges? You like a little chunky monkey?
If you look at all my exes, they all look different. All two of them. all two of my exes, they all look different. No, I'm kidding. But like I said, I'm more energy based. So if you have like a perfect like body, like to society standards, like if your personality is shit or you're a shitty character, like that all goes out the window. Like I could care less. So I think
that's me to a T too. I'm like, if mentally we're not clicking, I don't give a fuck if you're a millionaire. I don't give a fuck if you got a 6-pack.
Yeah,
I can't fake it for long. Like it's all about
in
mentality and conversation need to be there.
Basically, the end of the day, I feel like as society, we have to stop putting so much pressure on like how we look and our value in that, because I feel like there's a lot more to people than just how they look. It's not the most interesting thing.
Do you find that people who and men who like pursue you, they only are pursuing you because of how you look? They're not really like interested in your personality or anything like that? Like, do you feel like obviously what you do is a little sexualized? Do you feel like that spews into your dating life where people just start sexualize you off the bat and they're like,
that's what I was going to say. It's like crazy, all this, what we're talking about coming from me, because literally if you look at my social media, it's all like titties out there. Like it's very out there. Like I'm not wearing a lot. Like I've definitely been pursued for the wrong reasons probably. And I think I was a little naive about it. I think recently, like I'm on the other side of everything of like how I first was coming into this industry, like transitioning from like graduating college to then going into OnlyFans. Like I was depressed for a while because I was like, oh, people are treating me way different. Like guys that I'm dating are treating me very differently. And I just would like isolate because I definitely felt like not that image of me on social media was misleading to some people.
Like for sure, like identity shift. Like I saw an identity shift within you. And of course, I feel like anyone, I guess, who does OnlyFans and has a big social media following probably experiences the same thing. But like when I said, you to your core never changed. And I love that about you. But I feel like I saw you go through like almost like a rose-colored glasses shattering type of thing because of what you do, you're going to attract a lot of bad people or like just like wrong people or like people who just misperceive you all the time. And that's hard to like push through, you know. That's not easy.
You nailed it with that for sure.
Backtracking, how did you first get into OnlyFans? Like I remember like being like watching you from like an outsider's point of view, but I don't think I know the details of how it even started. Or I don't know if I have like the right storyline of how it started.
Yeah. Back to when I first started posting on TikTok, I think it was like quarantine. I was like very into dance. I still am. Like that's like a hobby of mine, but I was dancing a lot. I grew up dancing since I was 4, and I used to do like, remember like Megan Thee Stallion, I'm a Savage, like the dance. I remember like Charlie D'Amelio, like the Charlie D'Amelios, the Addison Rays were on there, and I like would love copying their dances. Like I genuinely thought it was so fun. So I remember one time I posted a video of me dancing to that Megan Thee Stallion, I'm a Savage. And I was like hitting that. I was sharp as hell. Like I was really dancing. And I think it got like 11,000 likes. And that was like my first taste of like, oh shit, like low key, like viral a little bit. Like, yeah. So I was like, let me keep posting. So I kept posting on TikTok. And then I think there was one video that I remember it all. There was one video I posted to Kesha. It was like, whenever you tell me I'm pretty, that's when the hunger. It was that dance.
I love that song.
Yes. The Cannibal. Oh, so good. But I was wearing a bikini by my pool, and I think it got like around 100K likes, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, it got like 1 million views or something, right?
And I never seen that shit in my life. Growing up, I was not like hot shit. Like I wasn't used to attention in that way. I was very shy. I was very like, I was always tall, so I didn't feel like I like
you're a stallion, babe. Sagittarius rising.
I was too woman for these people at the time. Sag rising, true.
Sag rising.
Nicki's a Sag, Nicki Minaj. But anyways, no, literally, it's curvy woman. They got some Sag in them. But that's like a whole nother thing. Like body type. But I remember blowing up and I was like, holy shit, like let me keep going. And then I kept posting and like I remember being very against OnlyFans because just the stigma that it had around the time. But eventually like my audience became very male. So I kind of found myself posting because I was low-key addicted to like, oh, like this one blows up, let's see like the next one. So crazy how fast.
So fast to blow up at that time.
And I thought like growing up, like, oh, if you want to be famous, like you have to be going in the path of like Britney or like all these like pop stars I looked up to. I was like, okay, I have to do it this way. But now it's like you can become famous by posting online.
But were a lot of these videos, the ones that were blowing up, it was because you were dancing in like a bikini, right?
Yeah, my tits were out.
Yeah.
I know.
The titties were tittying.
The titties were tittying. They were out. And I guess I kind of started posting more to that. Like,
yeah, that was your bread and butter, baby.
That was my niche. I figured out, oh shit, like these girls could be put to use.
You have a dancing background because you added your own flavor to everything. So it was like you had a banging body, a beautiful face, and you were a good dancer.
Thank
a
you so much.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching all your videos too. I was like, hello?
You're right.
You got a new one?
Hello? Oh, a new one posted?
New one today? Yeah.
No, wait, that's so funny that you say that because let me tell you, TikTok dances are different than actual dance. Like when I'm in my dance class, 3 sports bras on, strapped in, like almost like a binder. Like that's what it was giving. That's what it's called, right? Like what the girls wear. When I dance on TikTok, like I also have to make sure everything's in place. So my ability is not gonna shine on TikTok as much as it does when I'm busting it down in my dance class. So that's why sometimes I get hate comments and they're like, girl has no rhythm. I'm like, honey, it's because I'm trying to juggle all this shit up here.
Yeah,
so y'all better see me in my dance class with my 3 sports bras because that's when I fuck shit up.
Dance with all these titties.
Yeah, it's hard. But it's so funny that you said that. You're like, oh, your next video, because I posted and I forget my friends follow me sometimes. And I posted about a surprise and my friend goes, girl, I'm on the edge of my seat. What is the surprise about? I'm like, holy shit, like my friends follow me. Like,
even my personal page, I mean, I don't have like no type of followers, but I like to hop on the trends. I like to post what I want to post. If I feel hot that day, I want to.
No, sometimes I see your videos. I'm like, okay, period. Like, come up on my For You page and I'm like, shit, she look good.
Yeah.
And I've seen
social media for that reason, like freedom of like being who you are and showing who you are, and like it's fun, like recreating an audio or like doing a little bit of acting, do a little bit of dancing. Yeah, I don't know, like I just like it. So.
It's fun. It's definitely fun. I feel like I'm such a social media whore on this podcast right now because I'm like talking about content strategies, which is fine, but I feel like that's like when people say
I got you, hello.
Yeah, yes, I did get very lucky and it did set up my life in a really good way and I'm very grateful for that.
So this is where the part of the story where I'm not sure, because I remember you were posting those videos, they were blowing up, people were loving you, and you were getting a lot of followers. So how does this work? Does a management team reach out to you, or do you reach out to a management team because you're like, I don't know what to do with all these followers? Were you getting brand deals? Like what was happening? At what point were you like, you were doing content and then you were like, okay, let me do OnlyFans, or let me make money off of this?
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like when you do social media, like you feel like there's gonna be like guidelines of like, okay, when you hit this amount of followers, like you do this, and like I had to figure it out in that way as I go. So definitely not brand friendly. I mean, I would love to be, but I don't think I'm brand friendly.
There's no brands that reach out to you?
No, girl.
Really?
I mean, unless they're hidden in the DM. I think Temu reached out to me once. Temu. I'm like, shit, send me stuff, Temu. I mean, I've gotten a couple of brands reach out to me, but it's not. I think recently someone who does OnlyFans just started getting brand deals from like Morphe. I think I could be wrong. So it's like the big like mainstream brands. I feel like it's kind of harder.
I was even thinking like, so obviously a lot of your clientele or people who watch you or are subscribed to you.
Yeah.
What do we call them?
My family. No, I'm kidding. No, I honestly think it's like a huge like discussion. Like it's a big like discussion group. Like we're all just in this bitch. Like we're all here. Like y'all are showing up here. Like thank you for coming.
Group.
Exactly. No, girl, they're not an experiment. Shit. But I feel like if I'm like my fans, I feel cringy about it because I don't know if I can accept being like my fans. I go out and I'm like hiding. Like I like don't be like, guys, subscribe, like, you know. So like whoever comes and welcome.
Yeah.
So but
I feel like brands that are geared towards like men, they should reach out to you.
It's like, what's the one where they shave their balls with the wait, what is it called? I forget what it's called, like male something. No, it's like a trimmer thing, but I would be open to it if y'all want to send me anything.
Like, I mean, even if you start like a business. So, okay, so remember what Sydney Sweeney just did with like the men's bar soap and
A little bit.
whatever that she did, and obviously it's a men's product, but she put her face all over it and like it sold.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just see that happening for you, and not even because it's a passion project, but just for money and like business, like
A passion project. Yes, I'm so passionate. No, so I thought about like,
sell like steaks.
girl, T-bone steak shipped right to your door, gonna get salmonella, cooked at a fucking crazy temperature. No, but like I think I've thought about,
Be in like a golf course and be like, you should buy these clubs.
ooh, see, she has ideas.
that.
That's
Like,
the thing.
yeah,
I'm
let's go
really
be on the
boring.
management
Like
team.
literally, I'm really boring. I don't really think of this shit. Like I've thought about bikini line before, but then like who's gonna buy it because my demographic, especially for big titty girls, because I feel like a lot of us don't get love in that aspect of like certain bikinis just
sure.
don't fit. You have all these ideas, so I'm like,
Yeah, I
shit,
have
like
ideas for you. Like, I
which-
really do. I'm always thinking
even
about
it.
how I can make money. But also, I'm also a very passionate person. So I'm always like, okay, I definitely see you saving money and like doing whatever you want to do. That's what's good about having a following and, you know, just saving up and investing.
yeah.
Because as long as you have 2 out of 2, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Trust me, that's been like my biggest fear of like losing everything, like waking up one day and like social media is banished from the earth.
Yeah.
So like I think it's like at least just start somewhere, but then I think I should start thinking long term of like, okay, like where do we want this to go?
At what point were you like, I'm going to do OnlyFans?
I met one of Gianna, my sister, I think it was one of her clients. She was basically telling me like everything that she's done with OnlyFans. They were doing a photo shoot for like their salon at the time. Signed up right then and there. I knew that my platform was catered towards that audience and she was monetizing off of it. So I was asking her questions and I was like, you know what? Frick it. I'm going to do it.
Fuck it.
So I signed up right then and there and made me put in my social security, all that stuff. So I feel like definitely think about it before you do it because it is a commitment. Like you're literally putting like your social in. It's always scared. And then she kind of convinced me, and it wasn't pressure because I don't want to make it sound like she like pressured me into it. But I was like, you know, let me do it. And I was seeing money like I've never seen before. I think it was a couple years ago. So I was young too. So it was like, shoot, like this is crazy. So that's kind of how I got into it.
People were subscribing.
With the following that I had at the time already, it was like not like crazy money, but it was like people were subscribing. I was seeing people and I was doing it on my own too. So that was like a whole thing that I'm not used to that at all. So I was like, holy shit, like this is crazy. Like,
So you
I didn't know this was possible.
Or anything.
Yeah.
You signed up for it. You were like, fuck it. I feel like this will do good.
Yeah. Basically, I was seeing a lot of like money that I've never seen in my life. I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know a lot of women who do OnlyFans have the same experience because I know people who they don't even have that many followers, but they knew that they had followers that even if like let's say 1% of the men from their followers subscribed monthly, they would be making at least $10,000 a month, you know? So
Yeah.
it was like, I know that I'm gonna have a certain percentage of men who follow me already follow my OnlyFans, and I only need to be making a couple $1,000s a month. That's what I need, and period. I'm just gonna do it.
It's in high demand. People like that they can purchase content from creators that they're gravitating towards, but there is a stigma behind it. But I think,
Yeah,
get your bag, girl.
Yeah, I'm a big supporter of it. Like, do whatever you gotta do. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how you make money. Like, did people start looking at you different? Did you lose friends when you started doing OnlyFans?
Mostly I would hear a lot of things. So like nobody ever said anything to me, which I'm really like happy about. Like no one ever said anything to my face to me. But like it was when the red pill shit was like really circling around with like Andrew Tate and stuff. And I remember like a lot of people had opinions about OnlyFans and it was kind of looked down upon. And I feel like that's when I was getting in my head because I was like figuring it out as I was going. And I was like, wait, this is what I do. And like, this is what people think. Like, this is what people think of like my career. And I was kind of like in the midst of all of it. And like, adjusting from like, oh, I'm in college, I'm studying this, to like, oh, I do this now. And it was like kind of how society was treating it. I just felt like they were kind of making me feel like I should kill myself. Trigger warning. But like a lot of people, like what I would hear, like people were very opinionated about it in a negative way. Thankfully, like I've been surrounded by people that are supportive of what I do. But I know people talk, and I know people had some stuff to say.
Should we take a little bit of a look at your birth chart?
Yes! It's so exciting.
So you are a Virgo sun, Taurus moon, Sagittarius rising. First things first, you have a Virgo sun and a Virgo Mercury in your 10th house. So your 10th house is a house of career, fame, your public image. It's the highest point in your chart.
The 10th house?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in astrology, the birth chart is divided into 12 different sections. And each section represents a different area of your life.
Okay.
So that's how like astrologers can predict. You have your sun sign, which your sun sign is your ego, your identity, who you are. And your Mercury sign, which is the planet of communication. It's how you communicate. It's how you absorb information, how you connect with other people. You have these placements in your 10th house, which is the highest point in your birth chart. It's points to fame. A lot of people have their sun in the 10th house. A lot of famous people, I should say. So fame, meant to be in the limelight, or just like really good at what you do professionally. Like this is like an entrepreneur house, a boss house, a trailblazer house. It is someone who is at a high point in their career, successful, in the limelight, famous, well known. That's kind of, and having your sun sign there makes that times 10. Having your Mercury sign, also your voice is meant to be heard or be in the limelight, your thoughts, your perspective. So even like what you just said, like before, of you thinking about creating like a bikini line for women who have bigger boobies, like bigger, like just to fit a little bit more, like kind of turning your experiences and transforming that into helping other people, like alchemizing that. There's also another point in your chart as well that I see, like you have very powerful energy in your chart of alchemizing pain into power. So
I love that.
Yeah, as long as you believe in yourself, like definitely a lot of mental health things to get past, like struggles. And you have a point, like you have your Mars in the 12th house. And this to me points to mental health struggles, a struggle with properly asserting yourself, speaking up for yourself, just like really standing up for yourself, kind of holding in your anger in a way. But the downside to that is because you want to like keep the peace, right? So
yeah, that's a very me thing. Yeah.
So the downside to that is you're going to boil over the surface. You have a Scorpio Mars in the 12th house. You're going to boil over the surface if you don't transmute this energy. I say, I give people with Scorpio Mars placement the advice of like, make sure you have some type of workout routine. You feel a lot, especially in the 12th house, but you can't properly express it. A good way to do that is through like moving your body and like getting all the emotions out through that, because it's hard for you to properly express your emotions. I didn't like that you did that. I'm going to confront you about it. Like, it's not as easy for you.
I'm like, let me do an interpretive dance to show you how sad I am right now. But that's so true, because I grew up dancing. Dancing always, it's like a huge part of my life. So I feel like that keeps coming up. But I feel like that was the only way I could like take out my emotions, is that physical way. And I know everyone has their thing. Like some people go to the gym, some people punch the shit out of a bag. But for me, dance has always been that outlet for me. And I think the difference between me and my sister is like Gianna's such a good communicator. Like if something's bothering her, like
she's ready to talk about it right away.
And that is such a struggle for me. I am so bad at communicating how I feel. And I think it's that overthinking part. And I just never been great at communicating how I feel.
Your chart, I see it's a struggle for you to correctly communicate your emotions, because your moon sign represents like your emotions, who you emotionally are, and you have a lot of tense and harsh aspecting your moon sign, and this can manifest in ways that you struggle just communicating your emotions or just even conceptualizing what you're actually truly feeling. Having that Scorpio Mars, a good way to deal with these emotions is through physical movement. So I think dance should always be, if that's your outlet, have that be your outlet, because I think that is really going to help you transmute a lot. I relate to a lot in your chart because you have a placement. So you have your Mars is conjunct your ascendant, and then Pluto is also conjunct your ascendant. Mars and Pluto are very sexualized planets, and your ascendant sign is your rising sign. It is how you look. It's your aesthetic. It's the lens that you view life. It's how you navigate the world. It's kind of like your sim character in this video game of life. So although you're a Virgo and you have a couple Virgo placements, you probably resonate a lot with Virgo qualities. You are a Virgo, but you navigate life like a Sagittarius. So if you look up Sagittarius qualities or horoscopes, you could probably relate a lot to that.
Yeah.
But I can definitely see like you coming into this lifetime and having to deal with some type of sexual trauma, being over sexualized, with Pluto and Mars there, literally sandwiched in between your ascendant. I am such a big supporter of what you do, because you kind of taking the reins and, you know, doing OnlyFans and being successful off of it and still holding boundaries. You haven't lost yourself. You haven't succumbed to toxic relationships, although I know you've had a handful of like come across bad men, you know, or just like men who just aren't good, which is definitely a warning with this placement too. You're going to come across people who are going to try and control you. They're going to try and dominate you. They're going to try and hate you for just who you are. This aspect right here is either people extremely love you or they extremely hate you. And you even see that in your comment section. Like,
yeah,
when I read your comments, I'm like, oh my God, you have to have thick skin. Like, you cannot read your comments. People just fucking hate you for no reason.
People will be like, why aren't you responding? It's because, girl, I cannot go in there. Like, sometimes I'm like, you guys are mean.
That's a no-no area.
Yeah, so I try and stay away from that. I mean, because anybody can write anything behind a screen. A lot of the things that you guys, it's so easy to write a comment, and if you're going to use it in a hateful way, one, I feel like you have too much time in your hands, because when I'm busy and investing in myself, I don't even think to like comment on some shit, like hateful shit, you know?
But that's the thing. Like, when you're happy and content in your life, you're not sitting online being a bully to other people.
Yes.
These people who are online and haters and leaving hate comments and bullying people is because you have no fucking life. You're so unhappy with your life.
Yes.
You're either single and you hate it, or you're in a relationship and you're getting cheated on. You're ugly and busted. Oh.
Drag them. Yes. You kind of hate with that, honestly. Like, at the end of the day, you could be like, oh, I'm just going to brush it off. But when you're opening your comment section and it is a lot of hate, like, nobody's going to react. Like, we're human. Like, we see. So nobody's going to be like, oh, this is really nice to read. Like, we're going to be like, ow, that hurts. So
yeah, I know that's hard. But also you have to just think, like, these people are fucking losers.
At the end of the day,
it makes me more money, baby. Like, you're boosting my engagement. Thank you.
Exactly. That's what because you said that before, like, when your videos pop off, like, you do see some hate comments, and I feel like that's when you know you made it. When you're getting hate.
Life, I feel like with you can't have light without dark, right? Because the more popular that my videos are, the more clients and followers that I get, but also the more hate comments that I get. So whatever.
And I also feel like
you win some and you lose some.
Yeah.
When I go through traumatic things, I'm like, this is going to be in my autobiography.
I've never thought that, probably because I don't like writing in that way of like, I'm going to write a book. But because I'm I express myself through. It's funny when you said that before, because I pictured me getting in a fight with someone and just sitting them down and like doing the most with my body and just expecting them to like understand what I'm saying. But I just think like that's how you express yourself. No, literally like sit down and like no words. And he's like, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Like,
maybe you need a dancer boyfriend who
I love a man that can just use his body in that way. So we just communicate with each other and don't say anything.
What's your relationship status? Are you
single, very single. I've dated, I've dabbled in the dating. Girl, it's crazy out here. Yeah. I mean, a lot of the people I've met, I'm like, where are my people at?
A lot recently, or
not recently? I was for a while going on random dates.
Yeah, I do remember. That was like earlier this year.
Yeah, I was like on Hinge. No, not going back on that. But I was on Hinge and I was meeting people and just It was hard.
I
It
always
was hard.
go through, spurts of me going unhinged, and then I'm
Deleting
like, fuck
it.
this, and then I'm like,
let me give it a chance, and then you're like,
I'm like,
actually,
fuck this.
no. Yeah, exactly. So I think I've gotten to that point where it's like, if it comes, it comes. I like vibing with people in real life and like getting to know them. That's like the best way to do it. In the world we live in now, it's so different, but I do feel like meeting someone in person and like it kind of just like the universe sending it your way. I feel like that's the best thing. I love connections like that.
Because I hate them meeting someone on an app and then I need to text them for a little bit and then I need to, like, I don't know.
Feel staged.
I've gone on dates with girls that I've met on Hinge that are drop dead beautiful, meet them in person, vibe, shit. And then I've gone on dates or I've met women who I probably wouldn't swipe on Hinge if I just saw their whatever. But vibe in person, amazing.
Exactly. Someone's energy can make them so attractive. And I really feel like everyone, like, you're going to be aligned with different people and like you're going to be attracted to certain energies. And pictures, it's so easy. Like, I Facetune. You can manipulate your shit on social media to look a certain way. It was definitely an era where I was like, have you seen the filters of like those people? And it's like literally so obvious. I don't know. That's been like a whole thing for me too, of like accepting myself and like that way, like I'm imperfect. I have imperfections. Yeah. I just feel like it's so easy to curate like your image online. And even though it's what I do for work, like I post, I do feel like there's going to be a moment where people see you in real life. Yeah. So try to be authentic.
Like what you look like on social media, it's not like you look like a completely different person in real life. Yeah. I've been on dates with girls. There was one day I went on with a girl.
Let's hear the tea.
The galaxy. Let's see. I went on one day with a girl and then I saw her in person. Immediately, I was like, no.
Really?
Immediately, I was like, you catfished me.
It was that bad?
The conversation was great and she drove a long way to come and see me, so I wasn't gonna be like, I gotta go. I was gonna be nice. I'm a nice girl.
I'm a nice.
That sounds like you're speaking differently.
I'm a nice.
So I wasn't gonna be mean, but off rip, bro. Immediately, I came out the car. She came out the car. I was like, I can't wait for this to end. You can't.
No.
Like, I was like, immediately.
Listen, moral of the story: get the fuck off. I'm sorry, I just burped. Get the fuck off the dating apps. Get off the dating apps.
Post your real pictures of yourself on the dating apps. Like, what is even happening? And on social media, although I love chemistry, I love communication, I love a good conversation, okay? Mm-hmm. But there needs to be a sense of physical attraction, too.
I was going to say it's that it factor, like, in that way, but I don't know if that's what people call it. But I think, like, sometimes you just can't explain, like, chemistry with someone. Like, you just can't explain it. You can't put into words. Like, when you meet someone and you're like, I'm very drawn to them, you just can't explain it. That's why I just feel like when you meet people online, it's hard because it's like the energy in real life is so different.
Even if you look at a birth chart, like if someone says me their synastry, their compatibility with them and whoever they're talking to or their partner or whatever, if something can even look so good on paper, that goes with astrology or just qualities, right? Values, qualities on paper, you're perfect. Yeah. But if the chemistry isn't there, that is the part of astrology where free will is everything. I believe in fate and free will at the same time. Yeah. But free will and chemistry is everything. Well, let me tell you, you do have a Leo Venus.
I love that part about me because I'm such a hopeless romantic.
It's a very romantic placement. It's giving, like, I can see why you like Disney and like fairy tales and stuff like that, because when I think of Leo, and I have a lot of experience with people who have Leo placements. I've dated a lot of Leo placement people. Mm-hmm. All of them love Disney.
Really?
All of them love, there's something about, because Leo rules children and your inner child. So a lot of people who have like really personal, prominent Leo placements, they feel very connected to their inner child, really doing things that nurture your inner child. So it's really important to have a partner who also is like that with you, helps nurture your inner child, is like a big kid with you, is fun, is another thing with Leo Venus as well, is you like when being put on a pedestal. You like obsessed, your partner, I should say. When your partner is obsessed with you. That's real. I only see you and nobody else, because that's how you are in love. When you love someone, you're like, I only see you, I don't see nobody else. That's how you want to love. You want to be over the moon, attracted to who you're with, put them on the pedestal, and then you also expect to be put on that pedestal as well. It's a lot of
You're
love
so
to give.
accurate with this. You're really accurate because I do not like when guys are not like
Nonchalant.
like I don't like the nonchalant. Like I want you to make me feel special, and
Fuck
like
the
I'll do the same
nonchalant.
with you. But like when they're just nonchalant about it, I'm like turned off a little bit. So I'm like, now you gotta make me work for your attention. Like I don't want to do that. So I think that's like
no,
a
as
big
Leo
thing for me.
Venus, fuck no.
Yeah. I love the fantasy of love, even if it doesn't exist. Like the Disney movies, how we were raised, like to be portrayed that certain way. Like I want to wait for that. I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
But
With it being a fire sign, you know, how you love is very passionate, it's fiery, it's sexual. It's like, so that physical attraction is actually very important for people who have fire Venuses.
it really is the energy for me. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I need to be drawn to you in some way. Doesn't matter what you look like. Like I'm attracted to all. Sometimes I'll show my friends like, who are you talking to? And they're like, what the fuck is that? But I'm like, no, I'm in love. Like I'm in love with them. Like I think they're the most, when I like someone, they're the most, like you could put Brad Pitt, whoever you think is like the most attractive celebrity in the room with them. I'm like, I'm still gonna choose you. Like
You are like that when you
I put them on a pedestal of anything. So I just
and that's the energy that you deserve back. That's like all about Leo Venus.
yeah, my Leo Venus is definitely strong when it comes to that shit.
I feel like you might find some love overseas or someone who's a little foreign. You do have your Venus sign in the 9th house, which rules like foreign overseas travel.
Yes.
You know, or a philosopher, like spiritual person. You'll also, I feel like someone who might be older when I look at your chart as well. I definitely see you with mature energy. And when I looked at your chart, this could either be someone who's actually just going to be a lot older than you, or just someone who's actually really just mature and can not like dominate you, but be dominant, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just a dominant figure. Like, because you're already a boss bitch on your own. You don't need to rely on nobody else, but someone who can kind of take the reins and be like, I want you and I want this and I want this to be your future.
Yes, like I can't do that uncertainty shit. Like you're in or you're out. Like
Yeah.
make sure you know what you want. But I think when I went to Italy this past August, the men there so passionate. They're not nonchalant. They're the opposite of nonchalant. Like
They're so
very, and it's so sweet. Like it's okay. Like if you like someone, like don't be afraid. Like be real. Like I'll be real with you. You be real with me. Like don't be nonchalant about it because that pushes me away.
thing in this generation, like people are so scared to be vulnerable.
And I think that's a huge thing that I've like worked through recently of being vulnerable with people because you grow the most when you're vulnerable. Like in every aspect. If you're just gonna sit and be scared and like not do things that are uncomfortable, you're not gonna grow and you're gonna be like stagnant and not have all these like great opportunities. Seen the movie, he's just not that into you.
Yeah.
Like that shit, I feel like the Leo Venus in me, like the fantasy, that shit broke that for me. That's when I was like, life is not what I thought it was. Like if a guy is not into you, he's not into you, and that's okay. It's nothing personal. Like you're not meant to be with everybody.
Like this is such a big storyline that I try to tell like a lot of my friends. I'm just like, if they wanted you, man or girl, straight or gay, they will make the effort. Like, stop reading in between. If it's anything that I've learned in life is don't try to decode. Actions speak louder than words. If they want to, they would. If they really wanted to, they would. Because you know the amount of times that I was in a relationship begging for shit, I get out and then they're treating the next person like that. Like, all right, you never wanted to then. Like,
I think,
you know, like,
yeah.
you led me along for what? Or maybe I created a fantasy in my head for what?
Yeah, I tend to do that.
I tend to do that too.
And it's like, I don't know if it's some type of like escapism, but I think at the end of the day, like take everything at face value. Like if somebody is showing up a certain way, take that at face value. Don't like twist it and be like, they're doing this because of this. And then they're really in love with me. And I know they think about me every night. Like, honey, no.
They're
like
just going through a lot. And I'm just really stressed right now. And that's why he hasn't texted me for 3 days. Like, babe, he's just not that into you.
And I used to take that so personal because I know if you're going through this right now and you're hearing this, you're like, fuck, this hurts. Like the realization that the guy you like doesn't like you back. But at the end of the day, it's not personal. You're not meant to be with everyone. And there is someone out there. There is someone out there that's going to love everything about you, the good and the bad. So don't take it personal if someone doesn't like you, because if everyone liked you, that would be really scary. Like, not everyone's gonna like you. You're not gonna be compatible with everyone, and it's worth the wait to.
And that's also dating too. Like I also say that the point of dating is getting to know people.
Dating and getting to know someone. It takes a long time to get to know someone, which is kind of contradicting what I said before about like I need us both to be in love with each other as soon as we meet. But at the end of the day, like realistically, like you have to get to know somebody because you can't just.
Yeah, well, okay, so this is what a Leo Venus person needs. And the thing with Leo Venus people is they can definitely fall for love bombing, so definitely be aware for that. It's a good thing that you do have Virgo placement, so you do have Earth in your chart that kind of grounds you a little bit, and a Taurus moon. So the thing with having a Leo Venus and a Taurus moon, they square each other, so they make a tense aspect. The thing with this is what you're attracted to is very different than what you need emotionally. Like what brings you comfort is actually like you're a huge homebody. You like things of your comforts. You're like, yeah, I'm attracted to like maybe a man who's gonna put me on a pedestal and who's like flashy and does this and that. Maybe someone who's possibly could be in the limelight as well. Leo rules fame as well. So maybe someone who's well known, who's a boss, entrepreneur, famous or something like that. Like you're attracted to that. But what actually brings you comfort is, you know, being a homebody, just having dates where you're just like home and spending time one-on-one.
I love it.
You're like cooking together and watching movies, you know, stuff like that.
I'm very contradicting.
Yeah, contradicting is the word.
Because you said like, I'm sure you want to be wine and dine. And in my head, I'm like, be obsessed with me, but like, let's rot together. Like, let's lay in bed. Like, obviously we could go out sometimes, but I also really like just like being at home and like cuddling with them and stuff. Like
you like love like obsession, but also and like passion, but also you're a person of your comforts.
Yes.
I think with having Taurus and Leo in your chart,
very contradicting.
Huge, another thing in your chart as well is you have a Venus retrograde in your chart. So
wait, what does that mean? Every time I hear retrograde, I'm like, we're dying. Something's happening.
When people have Venus retrograde in their chart, they struggle in love and relationships.
Yes, that's me. That's me.
And a big life lesson for them is self-love. Like your soulmate won't walk into your life until you've loved yourself. So a lot of Venus retrograde people, a life lesson for them is self-acceptance, self-love. Just really a lot of Venus retrograde people in childhood, they are insecure or they have a lot of insecurities, put down, bullied, you know, just like really dealing with a lot of self-esteem issues, I should say.
Yeah.
So in adulthood, it comes out as like maybe self-sabotage in relationships, or like you're just really a need for approval. And so you go after the wrong people. A big life lesson is self-love, and then your soulmate is gonna enter your life. You know, I know people who are married who have Venus retrograde in their chart, but I've seen their journey of life, and it's like they were attracting such bad people in their life because their self-esteem relied on who they were loving. And the people in their life were the ones filling their cup. Your life lesson is you cannot get that. You cannot find your perfect person until you fill up your own cup, and then that person is going to walk into your life.
You've definitely mentioned that to me before. It is very true. It's something I struggle with, self-esteem. I'm like, I need to be more confident, and I have to have a like just more self-acceptance from myself. So it's definitely a process that I am evolving throughout the years.
Yeah.
And every time it's like the universe is always saying that. So I think it's definitely something
I see a lot of growth in you in that sense of self-esteem and loving yourself. I know it's been a journey. The content that you put out, I feel like no one would ever think like you have dealt with so much self-esteem issues and loving yourself and accepting yourself. Like that is definitely a demon of yours that you've been slaying.
I've been slaying it. No, yeah.
No.
I keep like imagining myself like dancing in an interpretive way, like slaying the demon. Like I just keep having that vision. But it is like, I think it has been like a struggle my entire life for sure. I don't know if it's like I've been to therapy for years. Yeah, I've unpacked it a little bit. And it's definitely like dynamics growing up in school and like how you perceive yourself and how others are perceiving you and how like everyone's experience is different growing up. So everyone's trauma like forms them in a certain way. But I've definitely dealt with a lot of insecurity, and I feel like on social media. I can hide it super well.
You do hide it really well. You wouldn't even think, if I didn't know you and I looked at your social media, I'm like, oh my gosh, confident queen.
And it's like, weird because it's not even
not
like premeditated in that way. I think it's just like a character I can step into and know how to like work it in that way. But I just feel like when I'm like in bed alone at night, I am like completely different. I'm like, shit, like overthinking this and that. But I do feel like I've come a long way from that.
Yeah.
And I think it's all about life experience, having compassion for myself and like being easy on myself. Because another tangent, but I used to be really hard on myself in dance classes growing up. I can't believe I was being so hard on myself and I was so little. Like this little girl's just like enjoying dance class. I don't like wanted to tear up because I'm like, I was 13 years old, so hard on myself. And it's like, let me have some compassion for myself because like,
so true. You know, earth sign things. I have a Capricorn moon, so I have an earth moon, and I was always so hard on myself. There's always a lot of expectations on me from a young age. And when I look at like kids, like literally babies, I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe I felt these big emotions at this young baby age.
Yeah. Like you don't realize like,
yeah.
So, and I think it's also like seeing a child from that perspective and like putting myself in those shoes and being like, why did I hate myself all those years? Should have been more nurturing towards myself. But it's just like, that's life. Like you experience shit and that happens. And as you get older and experience more life, you realize like, wow, like I gotta be more compassionate with myself.
And knowing you personally, I've seen a lot of growth in you, just like even over the past couple years only. In the past year, extreme growth, but the past couple years, a lot of growth for sure. And I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Because when you love yourself, you attract just a lot more opportunities, abundance. You're just living on a higher frequency and you just allow more and better into your life. So give yourself grace. And I feel like you don't give yourself enough props over the past year. Like what I said, the eclipses are eclipsing your house of career.
The eclipses are eclipsing.
I love that. It eclipsed your house that rules where you live, your family, and you literally just bought a house.
What?
So it's very interesting. That's very on brand because eclipses are a very karmic time and everything that's happening. I always say surrender, let go, and flow to what's happening in eclipse season. So I think this was a very good purchase and a good investment. I think it was a nice step in your life, a much needed step. And starting next year, I believe the eclipses start moving into Aquarius and Leo. So
that sounds interesting.
Being that you have a Leo Venus, I definitely could see a relationship coming into your life like next year. So 2026 till like 2028, I can definitely see you getting into like a serious relationship with someone who you might not even think that you would ever date, or someone who you meet randomly, like unexpectedly.
I'm waiting for you, boo-boo.
Stay with the grind, focus on like just building yourself up, loving yourself, working on yourself. And I really feel like that person is going to enter your life because when the eclipses go over your Venus sign, eclipses rule very like karmic things. Venus rules love and relationships. So it could bring like karmic people into your life. And if you're working on yourself, you know, you do good, you get good. That's karma.
Love it.
And you also have another placement that will be going through a relationship house as well. That shows me like you're just gonna be unexpectedly meeting people that really just change your perspective on relationships, how you view love, how you want to love, people that enter your life that change you walk into other people's lives that change them, and like just relationships that change you too. I definitely see that going to start to happen for you starting next year. So
it's so crazy how aligned everything is, because now I want to get into this. I want to like study it because I'm like, I am in that phase of my life where I'm like investing a lot into myself finally. Like I'm not just like isolating and like hiding. Like I have been working on myself a lot. Like I've been busier than ever, which is like new for me because I used to just rot and like be depressed. So I think it's just so crazy how what you're seeing is aligning with what I am going through. And I'm also like ready to meet new people and experience new things.
You needed that time in the past to kind of work on your mental health and be in your lonesome to learn a lot about yourself, but it's not like you were doing nothing. Like there was a lot of moving parts that were happening. It's not like being a bum. I think a lot flowed into your life very fast, and you need to get a grip on it all, because if you didn't do that, you could have spiraled down a really bad path. So it's kind of a good thing that you did maneuver in a way that you did.
Girl, everything I'm thinking she's saying, which is crazy, because I'm like, I think the social media thing happened really fast, and I didn't know how to adjust and transition into it. And the best way that I did that was kind of not isolating, because I don't want to say it like you said, like coming off like a bum, but I was working a lot on my mental health. I was going to therapy every week, like sometimes 2 or 3 times a week.
That's a side of you that a lot of people don't know. Like, a lot of people see your social media, people that don't know you, people that kind of know you, people that maybe we went to high school with or you went to high school with, they probably see you on social media and they're like, oh my gosh, she's like probably doing this and that, da 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 da. That entered your life and it was a blessing, but it caused you to really do a deep dive in your mental health.
For sure. Like, it broke me down in a way where it was like, I have to figure out like why I'm feeling this way. And like, life is changing around me. I'm adjusting. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. So I really wanted to like save myself in a way, because I was struggling a lot. Like, everyone has their breaking point where it's like, fuck, I need help. That definitely happened to me when everything was coming in and everything was changing. And I'm proud of myself for finding help and seeking it and getting the help that I needed, because you're right. Like, I could have spiraled down in a bad direction. Like you said, healing's not linear. I still have my days where I'm like, fuck, like I'm not doing okay. But for the most part, I think I'm more aware of why I am the way I am.
Yeah.
And I know myself more. I like have the tools now to be like, okay, like when we're like this is what we do. And then sometimes shit would happen to me and like my body, like somatically, like everything would be like, we're fucking dying. Like, we're dying. And then like the next morning I would wake up and I'm fine. So it's like, I've experienced. Yes. It's so crazy.
Virgos feels anxiety and then their body shuts down. And I just feel it in my bones. Like, I see it for you and I feel it for you that you're starting to enter a really great phase of your life. Like, you had that isolation, you had that alone time, you lived away from your family for a little bit, you found yourself self sense of independence. You're making your money, you're doing your thing, you're investing, but also you're by family, you know, like I feel like you have like a good foundation now it's like build on top of that. And I see a lot of like flowers growing from that dirt. You know?
What the heck? You're so like everything I'm thinking, because I'm like, I feel like I'm on the other side of it. Like, I went through that hard shit and now I'm like, okay, now we get it. Now we know why I am the way I am. We know how to handle this social media shit. So now let's like start living.
Yeah.
So it's like everything you're saying makes complete sense. And you've seen it in the chart too. What
I see it on the stars, baby. What's next for you? What are you working on right now? What are your goals that you want to share?
I would love to talk about it. So in 2 weeks, I'm doing Fashion Week. I was always really scared to like ever do anything like that, but I feel like I'm like confident that I could do that. So that's one thing. And then
for you.
Thank you. I'm like, I'm working out most of the time. I'm doing things that I enjoy, like moving my body and stuff, going to dance, what we talked about in this chart. And on top of that, I also just started vocal lessons, and I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to sing. Okay. I've always been scared to sing, and it's crazy because that's like a vocal thing. Like,
wait, not me saying your plan of communication is in the House of Fame.
Crazy. I was a big musical theater nerd in high school, and I feel like I've hid that part of me.
Yeah, you were. Oh my God.
I was such a
forgot about that.
Girl, that's where I found my family. Yeah. Yes. I love being on stage. I was always surrounded by the girls and the gays there, so you knew like I had my family there.
Oh my God, yes. Feed that desire again.
I feel like I'm investing in myself in that way, because I'm like, I'm actually excited about what I'm doing and like pursuing, and like I'm setting goals for myself and I'm believing that it could happen. So, and even it's just something I enjoy at the end of the day. So I think that's something I'm really excited about for the future, and still saving my money, still investing her, seeing where social media will take me. But I think just the things that I've enjoyed as a kid, I'm allowing myself to relish in it.
Yeah.
Happy for us for like evolving adults. We're evolving. She's Russian. She's moving to Russia. Wait, why does it sound like Rue from Despicable Me? Gianna wants to be the Lorax for Halloween. I'm like, I could see her in that. Stuffing her belly and like having that shit on tight.
I can see her doing that.
I need her to do that. Should I be Abby Lee Miller? Wait, so Gianna goes, you have tits, you can do it. I'm like, bitch. The vision of that, we would look like fucking mess. Like her pushing me in her Lorax costume and I'm like, point your toe. Wait, imagine I had like that many friends that I just made them the pyramid. That was their costume. And like we just walked around like a posse and I was like, Maddie's at the bottom.
On the bottom, Paige, you were good. I'm waiting for you to be great.
Literally.
Oh, I would love that. But I'm really excited for Halloween and I'm excited to go to Jersey.
I know, I wish I could join you in Jersey for Halloween, but
You'll be there the
have to
next
work.
day.
I'll be there the next day.
Make your
Do
bread.
Fall activities in Jersey.
If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's Allie Lynn 3 E's. TikTok, I think it's Allie Lynn 3 E's _ Lynn. But yeah, this is my most authentic self on here. So maybe you could just watch this video a bunch of times to help you go to sleep, ASMR, anything that you really enjoy.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you in next week's episode.
Bye. Mwah.